social media reactions to the former president's comments. Over to you.
Yeah, good morning, Natalie. Yeah, I mean, people have been quite vociferous online. So let's kick straight off with Twitter. And we see that Raphael says these comments are very reckless and irresponsible. Kwame says, we gave you 4 years, you took us to IMF, no public sector employment, gave us Dumso, paid teachers only 3 months after working for 2 years. Still, you want to come again. What at all are you coming to do that we should die for you? Then Bliss says, you are too gullible. Then No Love Jen says, Ghana, GH1J, we know you already. If so, someone says do or die, then it means death or voice. Okay. Then Bright says do or die because Nana Addo said all die be die, and people were killed during the election and nothing was said about it. More security guards will be deployed to monitor all dealings. Then Determination says nothing, leave him alone. Those who will go and die on that day will go and it will happen. Okay. And do it, okay? He knows the people he's communicating this to, and I'm not part. So why worry my soul? His children are also not part. Then Eben says, when someone says all die be die, he was one of the people who condemned it. And now he is saying do or die. Hey, Ghana, what at all is in this Flagstaff house? Then Bright also adds to the conversation and says, what difference does his statement make from all die be die? Whether do or die or all die be die, both have the same impact. Let there be peace and tranquility even from their speeches. Then when we move over to Instagram, we see that Elvis also says they say anything because of their selfish gains. Then Nancy also adds and says, Mahama, please send your children to the polling stations to engage in do or die. And then Dede says, so this man, why is he the only person in NDC? Then Nanama says, we won't kill ourselves for you again. Radius says, I pity all those who are going to vote on that day in Port. Very, very unfortunate comments coming from a former president. Very sad. That's from Adjoa. Then Say says, and do you even think we are going to waste our precious time voting NDC MPP? Then when we go over to Facebook, you also had a lot to say here. Nanja says, simplicity. Honorable also says, ask your children to do that. Then Abu Kari says, Mahama throws one stone. Then Kate says, someone even said, and I quote, all die be die, I rest my case. Then Salisu says he encourages his feeble-minded supporters to misbehave, and when they are dealt with, he turns around and acts as though he is blameless. Typical example is his reckless remarks today about the 2024 elections. Then Kwabena says, he should be ready to let his wife and children be at the front line. Then his followers will follow accordingly. Joshua also adds to the conversation, we are waiting for him to do all die, be die. Then lastly, Kojo says, this shows he's in for the money but not the country because he has already been a president before that. So what at all does he want again? You continued and you were asking whether his family should go. You were asking that he's been president already. He's been a situational president. He's been a vice president. So why does he want to come back again? So continue sending us your comments and join in the discussion. Let's have a fruitful conversation. My name is Danama Anabempong. Continue to send us on Instagram, Facebook and on Twitter. Natalie, back to you.
Thank you so much, Anama, for those social media reactions to the former president's comments. We'll certainly be probing it a lot further in our subsequent bulletins right here on GH1 television. But let's turn to some other news now, as some regional chairpersons of the People's National Convention, sitting as the party's